Stephen Jules Radio Show.
Wisdom, what's going on? How are we? I just finished doing my cycling, and I thought I would hop on here today on Saturday. It's about 3:25 p.m. as I'm recording the podcast for you. Let's see, I've got a fly in here. I've had this fly just keep on following me for some reason. I don't know. No matter how much aero guard that I put on, it just seems that always a fly. But yeah, it's just good to get out and about and share my thoughts and opinions about what's going on with basically tech companies out there. It's interesting. It really is an interesting thing for me, because I think that the rebrand with Twitter has been a good strategy as well. I think that we have to look at it like this. That Elon Musk, had the courage to go and buy Twitter out, and we saw during the lockdown that Twitter was censoring people's posts. Well, it's called X now, but Twitter was censoring people's posts. Facebook, Instagram as well was doing the same thing. People who were against the COVID vaccine, Dr. Robert Malone as well. You can notice that I'm on Gab Social, Truth Social, and Getter as well, because I found that a free speech Republican platform is much better for me. X is better. I found it's become a better place with Elon Musk taking over. But the problem was, Elon Musk sacked a lot of employees to cut back on costs. I'm noticing too, a lot of social media companies now, tech as well, are using this verified. They want you to pay a yearly or monthly subscription just to have a verification mark against your name. The problem I find with that is it's another way for the tech companies to make money if investors are not investing in them anymore. The other problem is, the reason why I think they did this is to stop scammers creating fake accounts impersonating celebrities out there. And the problem you're going to find is it's going to start chewing your wallet. Now, I only have one account. You can obviously know who it is. I don't have the verification. The other problem too, Facebook and Instagram, they want people to submit their own government IDs to prove who they are. Now that to me is that's an invasion of privacy, because Meta, they know too much about us, same as Google. They're all selling your data, because data is far more valuable than any amount of money out there. Data harvesting is what the tech companies are doing. problem I have with telling me to have a verification is how much more money do these tech companies want out of us? They make money by you using their own service. So in reality, Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, it's not free. You think it's free, it's not. They make money from you. They make too much money and they want more. And for a small content creator out there, it comes to the fact that it's discriminating people, and I mean it in a way that they know too much about us, because they want to know where you live. Especially Google Earth, for an instance, wants to know what you're doing in your spare time, what content you're watching. These are what the algorithms have done to, filter or, try and recommend certain products. And it gets very annoying, and I've seen it coming for quite a while, how Amazon, corporations too. I know Anthony Albanese's signed, I think he's signed a deal with Microsoft. Clearly Microsoft is a Democrat tech platform. And the problem with that is these left-wing tech companies only want to push their beliefs out there, and if you go against it, you are cancelled or shadow banned. I know quite a fair, bit of content creators out there who have been shadow banned. You look at Russell Brand, for instance, because some women had come out and made, allegations, and I don't know if it's been investigated or not, but the problem with that is, well, where's the evidence? These are so far allegations. And as soon as a celebrity, they want to pick on a celebrity who rose to fame and then making up stuff that have not been proven, and YouTube want to have the power to demonetize, which they do, because as soon as they want to change their terms and conditions all the time, and I'm getting fed up with it. I had one of my film scores taken down from YouTube, and I had permission to use it, and it's quite sad because they said, you had a copyright strike. For what? I had permission. And this is what I don't like. From time to time you run into these hiccups with YouTube, and I'm sick and tired of it. Like they're getting an algorithm just to sack workers from their jobs. I mean, that's another way they cut back on costs, is just by generating a random algorithm, say 11,000 employees. You're fired. You won't have a job by such and such date. I mean, 10 years ago, I never thought that tech companies were going to lose a lot of money until the pandemic, because investors stopped investing in them. I know Facebook's shares have gone down, and Threads is just stupid. So I don't know, I'm to the point, I like prefer Instagram better. But the way I've seen Facebook is I've had, friendships break up because of it. Now, given the current economic crisis that we have, which possibly heading toward another recession, it goes to show that I would think twice about investing in tech companies. You got to think, well, they're not reliable anymore. Investors pull out, people are not interested, people want to go somewhere where they want to have freedom of speech. And, to be honest with you, I am a Donald Trump supporter, I am a Republican supporter, I am a Liberal supporter, independent, and I am proud to stand by my patriot views. But I just didn't like how we were discriminated in the pandemic and told, oh, we're racist, and oh, we do, there's a lot of bullshit to what the left wants you to believe in. I believe everyone's entitled to their political views, but I don't like it when the Democrats want to put fear and intimidation into people and play the whole game. I know Donald Trump's got all these lawsuits going on. This is all just political. Another way to put fear for next year's election, because clearly Joe Biden is not doing his job. He's too old. He's just making things worse. But this is the problem with the Labor as well here in Australia. Make all these promises and all the time they've pissed off overseas. And it's like, will someone tell me why? Now, I will admit that, I have autism, but I have a right to my views on the world, and after doing my homework, I just got fed up of being told what I should believe in, who I should be voting for. But I know at the end of the day that I'm a good man. And that's what I believe in, is just being a good man. Because sooner or later, I guess change has to be made out there. And, we have to bring back freedom of speech again, because one day when corporations want to take over, that's what we're going to be surrounded by. And this current inflation crisis, cost of living crisis, they're going to be jacking up all the prices for your food, coffee, etc. And it's quite sad, because when one day your favourite cafe closes, it's not there anymore, and then you have to go and eat at Coles or Woolworths, and then they're going to be price gouging, and it's quite sad for a small business to have to price gouge their food. just to keep the lights on, because the supply is going up. There's got this war in Israel and Palestine now, and the war in Ukraine still going ahead. That's what drove up prices of oil and petrol. I mean, I agree, inflation has always been around. It's been around before I was even born. I know that when Paul Keating was Prime Minister of Australia, I think interest rates were 17%. And then you start to think, well, what should we be cutting back on as consumers? Is an interesting one. I think that I could sit here and let inflation get to me, or I could think, well, I'm happy that I can go to my cafe and eat and support a small business. Yes, things have gone up, but there's things that I have had to cut back on myself, and that's obviously entertainment is the first that people tend to cut back on, is entertainment, because it's considered a luxury item. But who knows? Things will get better, I think. It is a difficult time at the moment. But I guess it's just all about, hanging in there. And just believing in, what I'm doing as a content creator. I love what I do. I believe in my work that I do. I want to share my message across the world, and so that's the thing. These are the challenges that we have to overcome. It's just nice for me that I have the privilege to be able to get out of the house and go cycling and just decide on, getting fresh air, just not paying attention to too much news, because it can get overwhelming what we are reading. I mean, yes, it's good to stay up to date and be aware of, what is going on out there in the mass media. But, I think we've got to decide on, what is it that we truly want at the same time. I think Twitter's got X, it's called X. I keep saying Twitter, but is it still called Twitter, or do they call it X? Same thing. I think X is pretty much a better platform than it was previously. I believe that small content creators who don't have a huge following need to be noticed by the algorithm. I don't like how algorithms want to discriminate people and make it out to be that, it's almost impossible just to understand, just because you have 1 million followers ain't going to make you happy. How much of these so-called million followers are real people? A lot of them are bots, are fake accounts. And it's gotten to the point where it's become just a game of cat and mouse out there in the social media world. I think that at the end of the day, you know, I believe that, you know, I have a right to be heard. I have a right to be noticed. I have a right for my content to, you know, reach as many people as I can. Because it's not fair, this shadow banning stuff going on, where people are basically, it's discriminated, and the left-wing tech companies are always denying it all the time. Oh, sorry about that. So, I think that more and more as we uncover the truth, we get closer to finding out, hey, that something, well, realistically is not right. And I think that our work and creativity has got to be heard out there. But for me, it hasn't been easy. For me, it's been it's been a roller coaster these last 2 years or so. But I think it's just about you know, being true to your brand and standing up for what you are and what you believe in with your work. Not letting anyone else out there tell you that, oh, this is the content that you should be doing, and we're gonna cancel you. So I thought, you know, I'd basically get on here on Wisdom and have a podcast, because I clearly love what I do here. But yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Stephen Shields radio show. Turn on your notifications. I publish new podcasts every Friday at 6 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. Also, too, I've got a YouTube community page where you can keep up to date behind the scenes. Follow me on Truth Social, Getter, Gab Social, Twitter. Is it Twitter or X? Someone has to tell me. Why is there this fly in the car for? I don't know where this fly is coming from. But guys, all you can do is just keep on creating as much work, content as you can. Be your own brand. Don't try and copy other people, because people can see that if you're trying to mimic someone else. And, you know, stay true to what you believe in. And yeah, feel free to be a guest on the Stephen Shields radio show when you can. all you just have to do is just jump on here if you want to contribute to what thoughts that you have going on right now in the world. All right, bye for now.